Well, the Atlantic strategy is it's a strategy that was developed in 2013 among the Atlantic countries, the 5 Atlantic countries, starting with my own country, Ireland, the UK, of course, France, Spain, and Portugal. And the European Commission asked the Committee of the Regions, would we do a mid-term review of the plan, because they want to feed this into their own strategy starting in 2018. So what it actually means is we're trying to look at cooperation between the 5 Atlantic states in terms of job creation, in terms of tourism, in terms of fisheries, sustainable energy, and of course, most of all, funding. And funding at the moment, there's no dedicated funding for the plan, but we can use funding from other measures. And my plan, if you let me use that word, in the action plan would be to see at the end of it the creation of sustainable jobs, sustainable communities along the coastline of the Atlantic region. It's important because, as I've said on many an occasion, you cannot have an economy if you don't have a community. And I find living in a rural coastal region myself, my own municipality is on the Atlantic Ocean in the west of Ireland, County Sligo. I find that communities along the coastline, communities on islands in the Atlantic are starting to drift in towards major centres and major cities. The skills will be lost. The heritage will be lost. The folklore will be lost. But you'll have no young people in these regions if we don't have a plan that will keep them in the region. Training is important. The skills are very important. Access is important, good roads, but also broadband. Because a lot of these companies that would set up businesses along the coastline, not just in Ireland, but in all the Atlantic states, need to get their products to market. So they need good connectivity. And by doing that, we can create more jobs in these regions. Also, the Wild Atlantic Way in Ireland is huge for tourism, but also the Atlantic Way along the coastline of Europe has lots of wind power, has lots of wave power, and lots of sun. So I like to think that instead of looking down as we did in the past for energy, like coal and gas and oil, let's look up. Let's see the wind and the sun and the waves producing the sustainable clean energy. That will help the communities along there as well.